So what's new, Jane?
Nothing since we last talked 2 minutes ago.
Do you think anybody else is coming?
There is nobody else.
When Microsoft Skype for Business users can only meet with other Skype for Business users, not much happens. Except Cisco has a way for them to meet with a lot more people. Now, Skype for Business users can connect to other users with Cisco Meeting Solutions and meet just like everyone else. Join the party. Everyone's invited with Cisco Meeting Solutions.
So everybody was partying like that last night, right? You all went to a party? Everybody was doing that? Yes. All right. Hi, I'm Jules Trono. I'm the president of Borderless Learning. We're Cisco's only global video specialized learning program, which means we provide training on the voice and video products so that you can party like that and really not worry about your solutions. All right? So we've been doing this for more than 24 years, which means either we really love it or we're too stupid to stop. And today I'm going to tell you about 5 different tips for deploying Cisco Meeting Server. Has anybody here been in a conference with Cisco Meeting Server? No? You guys will love it. It's awesome. All right. So what is Cisco Meeting Server? It's great. It's a single platform for audio, video, and web. What does that really mean? Well, it means I can have a meeting, and I can invite John to the meeting, even though he's a troublemaker, but I like the fact that he's far away, so we can connect on our Cisco Meeting Server. I can bring people in over the web. I can bring people in on voice, on video. It's one platform that handles it all for me. What's great about it is it protects my investment. Instead of having to put different bridges in different places like I used to have to do, now when I buy Cisco Meeting Server, I deploy it on a server, and I can deploy multiple servers across my network. That helps me out because I'm not buying additional bridges. I'm just adding licenses and deploying additional servers. My licenses spread across my entire organization. So it doesn't matter where people are, wherever they're using it, that's how the license gets consumed, protecting my investment. So anybody can join. What's great about this is it's SIP, it's TIP, it's H323, it's WebRTC, it's Skype for Business. Anything to anything. Anything can connect to anything else. Makes it so simple for me, and I'm not really worried about all the different things I used to be worried about. For anybody that's been using bridges, since I have, back in the late 80s and early 90s, it was complicated. Much less complicated now. Now it's just a matter of how many people are going to connect. Great. That's how that works. So we have the advanced interoperability. I just mentioned Skype for Business. It's great that I don't have to do any gymnastics to get anything connecting to anything else. John, as I said, is a troublemaker. Sometimes he tries to come in on something I didn't authorize. I don't have a problem. He can still connect. And finally, it's very easy to add capability. So as I have more people join my company, I have more usage, I add licensing. It doesn't matter where these people are going to be. If I've deployed servers across my network, it doesn't matter. I just add licensing. It covers the entire server cluster. So the best part is I can do unlimited spaces for my people. Doesn't matter. They can create their rooms. They have their personal rooms. Anything that they need for project or teamwork, anything that they need for their personal use. So what are the tips? What do I have to know to do this right? Well, the first thing is certificates are critical. Does anybody know why certificates are so critical now? Yes, I saw a head nod. Yes, you know? Yes. You want to share or you want me to share? I'll share. Okay. Infrastructure, video infrastructure, has migrated to servers. Servers rely on certificates for security. So as you're deploying this, it's really important to remember that somebody on the team should understand servers, certificates, both internal certificates and external certificates. And an external certificate, I got to buy that from somebody. There's a cost associated to it. It's not much, but I just need to know it's going to happen. So as I'm deploying Cisco Meeting Server, I care about certificates, and I need to know that somebody on my team understands them and can help me with them. Tip number 2 is keep your Macs together. What does that really mean? You're probably not going to have a hamburger in the server room, or you're going to get in a lot of trouble. When you're getting your licenses for your Cisco Meeting Server, you actually go into a portal and you put your information in and your licenses come back. As you're deploying Cisco Meeting Server, it's a lot simpler to put your server MAC addresses in all at the same time. Don't try to go back in later and add one. You can do that. It's just more complicated. If you want to keep it simple, do it all at once. It saves a lot of time during the deployment. So keep your Macs together. Tip number 3 is server clusters are on. All right, so what does that really mean? It's best if you deploy clustered servers for Cisco Meeting Server in 3 or 5. So if you're going to distribute these across a network, deploy them in 3 or 5. The reason is the databases get pushed out to the other peers. And the way the programming works, it just is simpler with 3 or 5. I can't get into the technical details of that, but if you want to know more about why, you'll come to one of our classes. All right. Number 4, clusters need the API. So if you are deploying server clusters, the easiest way to push the information out to all the different servers is to use the API, because it will push it out to all the different servers instead of having to go through and input it into each one. The API lets you put your user settings, your LDAP settings, and your spaces in, and then pushes it out to all the peers. So use the API if you're going to have a server cluster. Because let's face it, I don't want to put John's information in more than once. It's kind of a trouble with it. All right. Number 5, expressway at the edge. Until recently, you had a server cluster of Cisco Meeting Server, and you had a CMS Edge server for anything pushing out off of your network. Cisco's Expressway now covers that. So all the functionality is now in Expressway. You no longer need a CMS Edge server. You're going to use your Expressway for that. All right? So that should simplify your solution.